You're the quarterback in this amazingly real football game. Enjoy realistic gridiron action as you move your team up and down the field to victory. Run, pass, kick, and punt. You call the plays in this true-to-life football game. Play against the computer or against a friend for hours of real football action. The sights, the sounds, and the plays are so real, you'll think you're right on the 50-yard line. In a 10-yard fight from IREM and Nintendo. This is probably my favorite football game of all time. I don't like many football games, and I like this one. Brought to us in 1985. Got an average reader review average of 3.7, and the GameFAQs rating average gave it a 4.8. Why? I don't know. It is pretty repetitive, but I like it. So let's talk about it. This started off as an arcade game in 1983 that was developed and published in Japan by IREM and published in the United States by Taito and in Europe by Electrocoin. It's the first slightly realistic American football video game ever developed and released. The game is viewed in top-down perspective and is vertically scrolling. We do not select plays for either offense or defense. On offense, we simply receive the ball upon the snap and either attempt to run with the quarterback or pass the ball forward or toss it to a running back. On defense, we choose between one of two players to control and the computer manipulates the others. The ball can also be punted or a field goal can be attempted. 10-yard fight has 5 levels of difficulty from easiest to most difficult: high school, college, professional, playoff, and Super Bowl. If the player wins both halves in an accelerated real time, we advance to the next level of difficulty, like a crudely designed career mode. The arcade game was later ported to the NES by IREM, first in Japan and later published in North America and Europe by Nintendo as it's part of the Black Box collection in 1985. The arcade game was also ported to the MSX by IREM, but that was exclusively in Japan. While graphically similar, there were some fundamental differences between the NES and arcade versions. The arcade version only sought to simulate the offense, with the team attempting to score a touchdown, which would ultimately lead the player to the next level. The NES version, however, was developed to allow both defense and offense, as well as simultaneous 2-player mode. However, this mode is flawed in that the second player retains the AI cheats, giving him an unfair advantage. The Pittsburgh Post-Gazette called it the patriarch of football games. Sports Illustrated Adam Durson stated that, while no one remembered it or could say what makes it great, it is worth recognition for the fact that it brought football games out of the Atari era, setting a simple precedent for future football games. UGO Network's Adam Swiderski called it downright advanced compared to earlier football titles. He added that while it looked neat and had a quality soundtrack, it didn't play like real football. The Columbus Dispatch's Nick Chordas said that it was realistic for the time, commenting that the players actually looked like real people. N. Sider called it more like a racing game than a football game, due to the objective being racing for a first down to increase the player's time. Author B.J. Klein, however, called it less realistic than Tecmo Bowl, and the Journal News called it an immortal classic. You know what? Let me see if I can find this comment now. I lost it. Can't find it now. Oh, here we go. Sports Illustrated. While no one remembered it or could say what makes it great, it was worth recognition. I can't tell you what makes this game great. I just know that I enjoy playing it. It's a fun game. I actually own the cartridge and have played through every difficulty level on the cartridge. It's just a fun little football game that doesn't require a whole lot of setup and a whole lot of, there's not a lot to do, really. You just get in and you play. And it's fun.